You
Okay,
can
please.
also record at the same time. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
In the previous class, we had discussed about the material master, right? That is,
Yeah. Yes,
we
ma'am.
have the T code MM01.
T code
Yeah, you are able to.
MM02, MM03.
Yes,
Yeah, I'm able to hear.
you are able to see my screen, right? So when I
Yes, ma'am.
type MM01 in the transaction entry area and then press enter, I'll get this create material screen. Okay, and here we have the industry sector. As of now, I'll be using mechanical engineering as the industry sector, and the material type would be SROH. Okay, and then
Okay.
once I press the enter, I get to see different, or I guess I get an option to select the different views. And we have discussed in the previous class what each view is used for, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now, as of now, I'll be selecting basic data 1, purchasing.
But I'm not able to see, ma'am, what you're doing. It's not moving. Actually, half of the screen is there. In middle of the screen only I'm able to see. Fully it is not there.
I don't know. 1 second.
Hello?
Yeah, 1 second.
Okay, okay. Hear
Are you
Hello?
able to see now?
I heard madam. Yes, ma'am. Now it is coming.
Okay. So now we select purchasing and then the accounting as the views. Okay, and
Change ಮಾಡಿದನು. Okay.
we need to select the plant name. What is your plant name?
CP11.
CP11. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I press
Yeah.
enter. And here you have understood about the basic screen, right? So you need to give the description of the material. For example, say,
Ma'am, 1 minute. Can you go once again from starting? This is like I'm seeing different one. Why, ma'am?
sorry,
This screen is the different one from previous one.
which screen?
The icon and all. The what you are using SAP module, that one.
No, it is the same.
No. This the above part is like going back. That all things.
It depends
The
on
arrow mark,
what.
cancellation mark.
See, it depends on the GUI which you are using.
Okay. That day is different. This one is different.
No, it is the same.
Okay.
Okay. I'll say MM01. You are able to see what I'm typing, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm able to see that.
Okay. And here I have selected the mechanical engineering and the as the industry sector and material type as SROH. So we had explained what industry sector is and material type is, how they control on the views we select and the fields that gets displayed, and also that will control the the number assignment for the material, that is whether it is internal assignment or external assignment, and also the number range for the material, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So now I press enter. A material with this name number, that is 132 already exists. I didn't complete that previously, right? So I'll use the same one. I'll select the views, basic data,
Basic data, accounting,
and purchasing.
purchasing.
Okay, and CP11 is your plant. Press enter. And here
there is no need of writing values.
Sorry?
Values. One column row was there, no values.
No, valuation type is there. That as of now, you need not worry about that. Okay. We can come across something called as peak
Okay.
valuation. In that
Okay.
case, that valuation type field will be used. Okay. So now
Okay.
I will go to basic data. So in basic data, we have the base unit of measure as EA. One second, I'll just select your purchasing group is? What's your purchasing group? We had
3,000, na?
no. 1 second. We had created purchasing group that day, right?
Purchasing group. Sorry, I got it. Sorry. Purchasing group. AG1.
AG1, yeah.
AG1, yeah.
So I'll use AG1 as a purchasing group.
Purchasing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now when we go to the accounting screen, okay,
Mm-hmm.
here the valuation class should be selected as 3000.
3,000. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, someone has already again changed it. We'll see. Okay. Next we have here as a price control. Okay. In price control, you have two options. That is, one is the standard price and then one is the moving average price. Okay. When we say
What do you mean standard price, ma'am?
when we say standard price, that price remains the same, or you can say it will remain static throughout your throughout the plant or throughout all the purchasing documents. Okay, it will remain the static.
Okay.
And what happens is, for example, I'll give you an example.
Are you doing any changes over there?
No. I'm just opening one Word document.
Okay.
Okay. See here, when it comes to standard price, okay. In case of standard price, for example, you have material 1, okay. And if I use the price control as yes, okay, and if I give the price of this material as 100 rupees, okay, then if you order for 5 quantity, then the price of or the total value of 5 quantity will be how much? 5 into
500. 500.
5 into
5 quantity. 100.
yes.
100.
So it
500.
will be 500, right?
Yeah.
So
Yes,
as per our material, if I give that is price control as yes and price as 100, and if we order 5 quantity, so the total value will be 500. Consider a purchase order, or you have requested for again 5 more quantity. Okay, but the vendor, he will give you for 110. Okay, so the price what vendor gives will be 110. In this case, the total value of this will be 5 into 110, that is 550. Okay. Actually, as per the standard price, it should have been 500, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
Yes, ma'am.
the difference between 500 and 550,
Fine. Yeah.
what is the difference?
50.
50, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
And this, when the values get updated into the accounts or into the balance sheet, what will happen is, under the inventory account,
Hmm.
we maintain account for each and everything, isn't it? Under the
Yes, ma'am.
inventory account, 500 will get updated, whereas this 50, the difference what you have, that will go under price difference.
But price will be updated like 500 will be updated
See,
or 550 will be updated.
1 second.
Hmm.
500 will be updated for the inventory account, and that difference will go for the price difference. Whereas we are liable to pay vendor how much? We are
550.
liable to pay vendor 550 itself.
550.
Okay. But in our
Yes.
accounts,
Yeah.
it will get splitted. That is, whatever the price we have specified for that price control, that into the quantity order, that will get updated to the inventory account, and the difference, if at all there is any difference, then that will get updated to the price difference account. Okay, that we will see in detail later on. Now, when I say 50, this difference can be positive difference or negative difference,
Negative.
isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Positive difference means, for example,
Price.
550 minus 500, so 50. It is a positive difference,
Yeah.
right? So this will
Yes.
be,
Yes.
when it is a positive difference, then it is a loss for us. That is, we are paying more
Yes,
to
ma'am.
vendor than what we have
Vendors.
maintained, isn't it? So
Yes, ma'am.
this, if it is positive, then it will be considered as loss. Okay, loss from or expense from price difference. Okay,
Yes.
whereas,
Yeah.
for example, your standard price is 500, but
Okay.
maybe because of some offer, the vendor has given you for 400.
Okay.
Okay, difference between 500 and 400, that will be 100, isn't
100.
it?
Yeah.
So now
Yeah.
this will be gain from price difference.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this is how the price difference will be accounted in our ledger entry or in our balance sheet entry.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
we have one more price control called as V. V stands for moving average price. Okay, so when we say moving average price, this moving average price is calculated based on total stock value, okay, divided
Okay.
by total quantity.
Okay.
Okay, so the moving average price formula is, it is calculated based on the total stock value divided by the total stock quantity. I'll share our previous screen.
Total stock value means it is a price or what, ma'am?
Yeah, see here, I'll show you in the screen. Here in our SAP, you have different fields here, price unit. Okay, So for how much quantity does this price apply for? Maybe sometimes you might have in terms of dozens or in terms of tray also, right? So when I say one, then it means that it is for one, maybe kg or each. Here we have used base unit of measure as each. Okay.
Each.
So for each piece or each material, the price is applicable. Okay. And here you have moving average price as one field and standard price as another field. If at all you have selected the price control as standard, then you can only enter in the standard price field.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you have selected moving average price, then you can enter only in the moving average price field.
Okay.
And it is not mandatory that you enter only in one particular field. Okay. Though you have considered it as a standard price, I can enter into moving average price also as well as in the standard price.
Okay, but in moving price only you have to write in moving price only.
See, in either case, you can enter only one field also. Okay. But
in both the cases.
It can't be like you have selected standard price and you just enter in the moving average price. You can't do that. Okay, if it is a standard price, then it should be maintained in the standard price, and entering the value in moving average price will be the optional one. You can enter it or you may not enter it. It is not mandatory.
Okay.
Okay, whereas when I select V as the price control, in that case, entering in moving price is mandatory. Okay, whereas entering the value in standard price is an optional. You can maintain it or you may not maintain it.
Okay.
Okay, this will be only for our reference purpose. This value won't be considered for anything related to accounting.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. If you see below them, you have total stock and total value. Isn't it? So when total I say, yeah. Sorry. When I say moving average price is equal to total value divided by total stock, right? I had mentioned that it is total value divided by total stock.
Total quantity. Total quantity.
Yeah, total quantity is nothing but
total stock value divided by total quantity.
Yeah, total quantity is nothing but the total stock we have. What we have. Okay. Quantity refers to the stock.
Okay. Ma'am, it means in the per stock how much it is, like that, right?
Yes. Overall stock. Okay.
Per stock.
And it will be at the plant level, not at the store level.
Plant.
See, one second. For example, we have received the goods twice. Okay. Maybe for the PO number and quantity delivered. Okay. For one PO number, we have received 100. Okay. And for the second, we have received 50. And consider each price value. For each quantity, the price is how much? Say 50.
100.
Consider
100 and 50.
See, quantity delivered is 150.
Okay, total quantity. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, and then each quantity price or each unit price, consider it is 15.
15. Okay.
And in the second case, he might have delivered for 16. Okay. So how much is the total value now?
Now here it is 1050.
It is
1,500.
It is 1,500.
500.
And it
Yeah.
in this case, it is
800.
800.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, when I say total value or total stock value, it refers to 1,500 plus 800. How much is this? 2,300,
300.
right? So this is the total stock value
Total stock value. Okay.
or total value
Hmm.
of your stock. Okay. And when I consider my total quantity or total stock, so this is 100 plus 50, that is 150. Okay. Hello, are you there, Ashwath? Hello. So here, when I say total stock value, it will be the n number of goods receipt you have done. Okay. The value of those materials will be the total stock value. In this case, consider we have only done the goods receipt for that material twice. Okay. And in the first case, it was 100 with 15 each as the price, and its value was 1,500. And at the second time, it was 50 as the quantity delivered with 16 rupees each. So the total value is 800, right? And
Yes.
then when I
Yes.
say total stock value, it will be the sum of the total stock value is the sum of all the values or the value of all the goods receipt you have done.
Okay.
Okay. For example, in this case, 1,500 and 800 are the two goods receipts values. Okay. So total stock value is equal to 1,500 plus 800. It is 2,300.
2003.
Right?
Yeah.
And then the total stock or the total quantity is equal to 100 plus 50. That is the total quantity that is delivered for that plant. Okay. So total stock is 150, and the moving average price is equal to total stock value divided by the total stock.
Total stock, yeah.
So that will
150.
So that is 2,300 divided by 150. That is equal to 15.33.
Yeah, per stock.
Okay.
Average per stock.
Yes. So the average price for that stock will be 15 rupees 33 paise. Right?
Yeah.
Now. So now, if I say, for example, moving average price before it is 15. Okay. So as of now, you have 0 stock and 0 value. Okay. And I save this. So how these get affected, that we'll be seeing while we do purchase order and the what goods receipt.
Okay. The recording is going on, na?
Yeah, it is going on.
Okay. Because I have not recorded, so I'm doing.
It's going on.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I want you to do is create a material or two materials with standard price and two materials with moving average price.
With standard price and one is two materials standard moving average price.
Yeah, for example, for standard price,
I have to log in.
yes, for standard price,
Hello?
two materials.
Hello?
Are you able to hear me? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, your voice is breaking. One second, okay?
Ma'am, you are telling something for last one.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, I'm asking you to create two materials of standard price and
Okay.
two materials of moving
Moving
average
average price.
price.
Yeah.
Okay?
Can I create now?
Yes, share your screen and create it.
Okay. Yeah, what is this here? Are you able to see, ma'am? Hello? Are you able to see?
Yes, yes.
Okay then.
I will mute myself, okay?
Okay. Shiro. Hello?
Yeah, tell me, Ashwath.
Yeah. Mechanical engineering. Yes, it is. Here, mess no, ma'am.
It was there itself.
Yeah. SR West, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah. S is not.
Scroll up.
Okay.
Scroll up.
RH is there.
Above
Yeah,
that.
yes, RH. Basic purchasing and accounting.
Yes.
Plant CP11. And here the basic data 2, specification, everything is there. Here the unit of measure.
First, you specify the description of the material.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like work, I'll write like work.
What work?
What work? Start work.
See, when I say materials, it should be something raw material, not like, see, if
Yeah.
it is a wood industry, then wood is your main
Steel.
raw material, right?
Steel.
Yes.
And here, next is base of unit measure, kg.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, material group.
As of now, you select miscellaneous, that is 107.
Mm, 107. Miscellaneous.
It's there itself. Move up.
Yeah. 107. Let's go.
Yes.
Okay. No division. Nothing is there. No.
No, nothing
Anything
else
else?
is.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Anything to be written
No,
again?
no, that's it.
Enter. And here, kg
Yeah.
is there. Purchasing
Yes.
group. Purchasing group is AG1.
Yeah, this unit of measure and material group has come from the basic data, right?
Yes, ma'am. Basic data it came. Yes, ma'am. Unit of measure and this one. Yes, ma'am. And AG1 is the purchasing group. Okay.
Yes. Press enter.
And ma'am, nothing has to be written again.
Where
Like other columns are not required.
those, as of now, those are not mandatory. As and when we will be dealing with certain topics, that time we'll again get to visit back to material and other screens.
Okay. And price control is SV are given standard price, and moving average price according to our calculation is 50, no ma'am?
See, I'm not, that was just an example. Don't go with that itself. See, for
Okay.
example, steel for 1 kg, how much will it
50,
be? Huh.
50, 50,
You can just give an approximate as of now. This how
50.
much? Huh.
No, and standard price I have to give. Mandatory standard price.
Yes.
Okay. Enter.
Huh.
Okay. And moving here, I have to change to moving average price.
Why
V.
you want to change? Do you want this to be a standard price or you want it to be a moving average price?
Standard price.
Huh. Then keep it yes.
Yes only. Okay.
And what is one more field you are missing out? You need to select valuation class.
Yeah. Sorry. Valuation class. Here is
Click
raw
on,
material, no ma'am?
yeah, 3000.
3000.
Yes.
Yes. Do you want data to material first?
Hmm.
Yes.
Hmm.
Data is created now.
Yes. So make a note of that material.
This one.
Yes.
Okay.
So material 134 is for you.
Hmm.
You just make a note that it is for
Huh?
standard price.
Standard price. Okay. How many zeros here? One, yellow, one, total 15 zeros.
Do one thing, you just double click on that, then it will get open in the big screen, then you can count it.
Okay. Ma'am, total like 18 numbers will be there. Fixed one.
Usually it should be 10 numbers.
Hmm. But it is 18 number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Yeah, 15
10.
zeros and 3 digits.
3 days. Yeah.
Yeah, you can close it.
Okay.
You have made a note of that, right?
Yeah.
because these materials and vendors, whatever you create now, that you'll be using for further uh, assignments. That is the reason I'm asking you to make a note.
Okay, okay. This is the material number.
Yes. So create one more for standard price.
One more. Again, we have to go back fully.
No, you are already in create screen. Or else you
Yeah.
do one thing, go back, enter MM01 and do fresh way.
Okay. Okay. Vision is already exists. 135.
Yeah, the one which you created just now, was it 13?
134 it is.
Okay. It's okay, you enter once again.
Okay. Basic data purchasing. Account, sorry. Accounting. Same I had to give or different I
Oh,
can give?
same.
No, ma'am. Like I have another CP12 also, no?
As of now, you do everything for CP1 itself.
Okay. CP11. Yes, ma'am. Gram I'll give. GR is a standard of that?
GM. Just check.
GM. Check. G grass.
You have there,
Gram.
right?
GM.
Hmm.
Material group gold. This is also standard, no, ma'am?
See, as of now, you keep using miscellaneous itself. Don't use any other because they have done so much of modifications and all. So always use miscellaneous. When you need
Okay.
to change that, I'll be telling you later on.
Okay. Done.
What else
Fill
you
the
is missing? Did you give
ma'am data.
description?
No, description. Yeah, gold. No, I have given, ma'am.
Now you give the purchasing group.
Yeah. AG1 and what else required? Nothing is required. Inter- And here division is yes and moving the price. Can I do average now? Averaging price.
You create two with standard price and two with
Standard.
moving average.
Okay. 1,000. 1 gram gold. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Created.
Won't you provide the valuation plus?
Valuation. No. Sorry. Valuation plus 3,000. It is
Okay.
138.
Huh.
Standard one. Okay. Material. And I have to create again two.
For
This one.
moving average price.
Price.
See, you just see what all fields are mandatory. The one with the tick mark in the
Okay.
field, those are the mandatory
Yeah.
fields that you can't miss entering the information there. So from top to
Okay.
bottom, you go in a order so that you
Okay.
don't miss the fields.
Hmm. 1,3,000.
So 139 is with the
Mean average.
moving average price. What is AG1? It is purchasing group, right?
Yeah.
Then why are you entering in place of plant?
Yes.
First description, it by default your cursor is in the description itself.
Okay. Rice.
You already done with rice.
Yeah, yeah. We single. This is average. We.
Why do you always forget valuation class?
It was. Yes, ma'am. Sorry. Yes, ma'am. 40.
Okay, so you are now good at creating the materials,
Yeah.
right? So do
Yes,
you
ma'am.
have any doubts with the material?
No, ma'am, but different part, like different options are there, no? Other than miscellaneous and what all things that I
No,
don't know.
that will be looking at later on. But as
Okay.
of now, creation part, do you have any doubts in that?
No, ma'am.
Okay. You can stop sharing the screen.
Okay. 1 second, ma'am.
Hmm.
1 second. Oh, oh shit.
Okay. So next topic, what we are going to see today is the vendor master. Okay. So in master data, we are done with the material master. Next thing we'll be looking at is the vendor master.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, are you able to see my screen?
Yes, ma'am. I'm able to see. Vendor master.
Yes.
Matter.
So today we'll be discussing about the vendor master. In
Hmm.
vendor master is the master data which is used to store the vendor related information.
Okay. Vendor related information.
Yes. In material master, you were storing material
Material.
related information, isn't it? So
Yes, ma'am.
similarly, in case of vendor master, we will be storing the vendor related information. Okay.
Okay.
In case of vendor master, here
Hmm.
you'll be using a term called as account group.
Account.
Okay. So this
Okay.
account group will control
Hmm.
the number assignment,
Hmm.
that is whether it is internal or external. Okay. And
Okay.
next, it will control the number range.
Okay. Number
And then
range.
it will control the field selection.
Okay.
what all fields are to be displayed or what all fields are to be hidden. So that depends on the account group what you select. Okay.
Yeah.
And even the account group will control the vendor type.
Vendor type. Okay.
Okay. To be precise, we'll consider it as a vendor type. When we say vendor type, we have different type of vendors. Okay, for example, regular vendor, we have one-time vendor.
One-time vendor.
What do you understand by the term one-time vendor?
Like regular means they are going to continuously when they require the material. That time only we are giving the order to that particular vendor.
Yeah. So here, when you say one-time vendor, for one-time vendor, we won't be storing all the data of the vendor into our database. Okay, we
They are
might
not.
just we might just save the name of that vendor and keep. We may not maintain his accounting information. Okay.
Okay.
Or you can say we don't maintain detailed information about that vendor into our database.
Okay.
Okay. So like this, you have invoicing party. Okay. One, you can say billing person. So we have different type of vendor partners here.
How many
Or
types, ma'am?
I'll show you.
Okay.
Okay. So the vendor partner or the vendor type will be again depending on the account group what you select.
Okay.
Okay. So these are some of the things
Account.
what this thing, I mean the account group controls on.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
Here we have two type of T codes. Okay.
Okay.
The T codes used to create a vendor master is XK01, XK02 and XK03.
Okay.
Okay. We also have MK01, MK02 and MK03. Here you might have a question like why do you have two T codes to do the same creation of vendor, right?
Yeah.
See, actually the ones starting with X, that is XK01, XK02, SK03, these are the T codes which are used by the accounting people or FI people.
FI people.
Okay. And when I say MK01, these are the T codes used by MM people. In the real time, you won't be having access to this XK01, XK02, XK03. You'll be having only access to MK01. Okay. Because XK01 is a T code which allows you to maintain the account related information of a vendor. Okay. So usually the account related information has to be maintained by the FI people. That is why they use XK01. And in the real scenarios, you won't be responsible for maintaining the account related information of the vendors. Okay.
Okay.
So by using MK01, this will hide the access of the control data or the accounting information of the vendor. But here we don't have any FI people to create vendor for us or to maintain accounting data of the vendor, right? So that is why we use XK01 as a
Hmm.
T code. You can see the difference, like when what screens are available when you use MK01 and what screens are available using XK01.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes. Yes.
so are you able to see my
Yes.
SAP screen?
SAP screen.
Yeah, when I
Yeah.
say MK01,
Hmm. Only T code is there. There is no path for it.
path is there. One second. See, for each and every T code you have a path.
Okay. In interview, they will
Hmm?
not ask path map. Only
No,
they will ask T
they
code.
last T codes.
I want to tell you what I have done and what I am going to do in future. So
Okay.
I want training like that way. My brother in SAP, man.
Ha ha.
He has done SD, CRM, EWM, and he
Okay.
is working in Gujarat now for
Okay.
Accenture. For Accenture,
Mm-hmm.
okay. And he told me to learn MM first.
Okay.
It's a basic itself.
Mm-hmm.
And you know the struggle what he had done before from 3 4 years.
Okay.
And he is area manager of state and budget alliance before,
Okay.
and he shifted his career to SAP
Mm-hmm.
from 5 to 6 years. No,
Okay.
no. So now I'm planning to shift my career to SAP.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Even I have done doing the business before, like share marketing and all.
Okay.
Due to heavy loss,
Mm-hmm.
as frankly, due to loss, and I'm not. I'm going for a Vedanta and company and all.
Okay.
I'm in the field of research of electronics company, but
Okay.
there is no money is there. Money flow
Ha
is
ha.
very less.
Ha.
Money flow is very very less. They will
Yes.
pay 8,000, 12,000. That are all not required. Okay.
So now this is the vendor creation screen.
Hmm.
Okay. I'll I have used MK01. I'll use it
Okay, then.
once again.
Yeah.
I think again it got disconnected.
Data is slow. No?
Excuse me.
Learning E and C
Okay.
and all, no, ma'am. First of all.
So I'll use MK01.
Hmm.
So when I say MK01, I
Hmm.
won't have access for the accounting related screens,
Yeah.
okay, or views.
Hmm.
Your purchase organization is?
Purchase, you know, here purchase organization required, na?
Yes,
Okay. This is oh,
AP01, right?
AP01. Yeah, AP01. AP01.
Okay. And then the account group. See, if you click on the account group,
Hmm.
you can see here different accounts like
Okay.
goods supplier, alternative
Hmm.
payee, invoice presented by or the invoicing party, okay, forwarding agent, and then the ordering address.
Hmm.
It might be like you place
Hmm.
your order to one address and then it will be dispatched from some other address. Okay. Are
Okay.
you able to
Hmm.
see my screen?
Yes, yes, I am able to see that.
Yeah. So
Forward
see,
agent ordering, yeah, number of agents are there.
yeah, so you can see how the account group will be controlling. So for example, now I'll be selecting the If I select domestic vendor, then it is like a local vendor.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'll press enter. So once I press enter, here it will be asking for the basic information. Okay, whether it is a company or you need to be addressed as a doctor, Mr., Miss, the title will be there.
Okay.
Okay, so here we'll give one.
Name vendor. Title.
Okay, and then
What is that? Search.
it is just here in this case they have made that field mandatory. That is why I'm entering. Otherwise, the name country is enough. Okay,
Search.
then press enter. So here it is like create vendor control. Okay, so those screen you ignore. Next is order currency. What is your order currency? It is INR.
INR.
Okay, and then press enter.
Order currency direct enter.
I entered INR, right?
Yeah. After that, enter only direct.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay, so this vendor has been created under purchasing organization AP01. Okay, so for this particular vendor group, they have assigned that it should be a internal number. So that is the reason the vendor number is getting generated automatically.
Okay.
Okay. When I say XK01, see, earlier when I was using MK01, you didn't have this company code display,
Yeah. We did hide it.
right? But when I say XK01, here it is asking for the company code because accounting information is maintained at the company code, isn't it?
Yeah.
So when I say enter the company code, CP11, right?
Yeah. CP1. Company code. No, not company code. Company. That is client, no? Ma'am, that is client, no?
Sorry. It is
ASC. ASC.
ASC1. Okay.
ASC. Yeah.
ASC1. Yeah. So I will say okay. See, this control, all that will be maintained by the FI people. For example, tax categories, okay, GST number. So all that, we won't be having that information. Okay,
Okay.
so these will be maintained by the purchase organization people or the FI people. See, here it is asking for the bank key, bank account number, account holder name, right? So this will be the work of the FI people. And
Ma'am, another thing, ma'am.
yeah, tell me,
Ma'am, you have access point key, no, ma'am,
where?
in this software, SAP logon.
1 second, I'll just finish with this first, okay?
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So now the contact person name, that is, if from the vendor side, who is the contact person, that details will be entered under the contact person. And then you have this accounting information where it will ask for the reconciliation account. See, when I had used MK01 earlier, these screens were not displayed for you,
Yeah.
right? But only when I use SK01,
SK.
these screens are getting displayed. So
Yeah.
as don't worry about which number to select and all that. Okay, by default, you can just select the first one because we are not concerned about this information, right? We just want our purchasing documents to be working. That is
Yes, ma'am.
why I'm selecting the default or some basic values here.
Okay. I mean, yeah, we can access of that also, ma'am.
From which?
XK01? No, no.
See, from XK01 only, this accounting information can be maintained. If you
Yeah.
just create a vendor by using MK01, since
Mm-hmm.
no accounting information has been maintained, you won't be complete that purchasing documents transaction further.
Okay.
Okay,
So
if
we
you
have to.
want your purchasing documents transaction to be completed, so you need to maintain this basic information.
Okay.
Okay, if not all, at least the reconciliation account and the cash management group. So that has to
Okay.
be entered.
Okay.
So if I,
Actually, yes, ma'am. Cash money.
I think I'll have to log in again.
Hello?
Yeah, 1 second.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, shit. Ma'am, stop recording for a while.
So you are able to see my screen?
Hello?
Hello.
Uh,
Are you able to
no,
see
no,
my
no.
screen?
I have to consult doctor now.
Why? What happened?
Hello?